God because it's a valid message. God will honor his word, and we've seen people blessed. But if you look closely, you will see that people have prospered only to the degree to which they have been able to add value to other people's lives. A lot of the blessing is hanging up in the realm of the spirit, unable to come out in manifestation in the material because we want the cash, but we're not focusing on how to add value to people's lives. Jesus taught his disciples and gave them the capacity to solve problems. So I challenge you this morning, become a problem solver. And to solve problems, to meet needs in people's lives, the one thing you need is what? Skill. Skills are. When you sell food, you're solving the hunger problem. If you sell water, you're solving the problem of thirst. If you sell clothes, you're solving the problem of nakedness. If you sell or rent houses, you're solving the problem of lack of shelter. If you drive a taxi or you drive a bus, you're solving the transportation problem. If you run a school, you're solving the ignorance problem. Okay? So, whatever it is you're selling, whatever services you're offering, you're actually solving problems, meeting needs in people's lives. But you realize that to be able to solve problems, you need skill. We're not born with skills. Or have you seen someone who was born with the ability to cook food? A young child. As soon as the child began to speak, the child began to reel out recipes for cooking chicken curry. No. Skill is acquired. You learn skills. And I want to challenge us this morning. Listen, there's no point. I'm not going to deceive anybody. You've got to know how to do something, and you've got to know how to do it well if money is going to come to you. I know that some Christians just suspend their brains because they are now Christians, and all they focus on are spiritual activities. Now that's fine if you are called into ministry like myself. Focus on prayer and fasting. And when you get the anointing, pray for people. If problems are solved in their lives, minister to them. I guarantee you, to the degree to which you add value to people's lives, the resources are coming back. But if that's not your calling, if that is not your calling, find something else to do, amen? And how do you get the skill? Go to school. Or serve as an apprentice. It's as simple as that. Go to school. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't give unnecessary excuses. Go and develop your mind. Because that's where it is. Your mind. It's either you learn how to make furniture, or you learn how to sew clothes, or you learn how to trim people's hairs, or you learn to be a lawyer, or you learn to be an accountant, or you learn to be a doctor. But for God's sake, you've got to acquire a skill. You're making it really difficult for God to be able to work in your life and to bless you financially if you don't know how to do anything to solve problems for people. Look through the whole of scriptures. I know we like mystery. And we like mysterious, you know. Somebody says, oh, what of Israel? What of Israel? And then God just gave the Israelites favor before the Egyptians, and they went and anything they asked for, they got it. Oh, sorry, you missed out on something. They had been working for hundreds of years without being paid by Pharaoh's system. It was only payback for the work that they had been doing. Equation balance. Somebody says, but Joseph, it happened within 24 hours. They sent for him. Pharaoh sent for him, and you know, his life changed around. He became the prime minister of Egypt. Oh, you still missed out on something. That in the first place, that door opened because someone mentioned his name. And the person who mentioned his name was someone that he solved the problem for 2 years before in prison. You also missed out on the fact that when they sent for him from the palace, they didn't bring him there to come and warm the chair. It was because there was a problem nobody else could solve. That was why they brought Joseph into the palace. Are you going there to be part of the decoration, or are you going there to add value? So, serve as an apprentice. It's one of the quickest ways. Look for an expert. Look for someone who does the job so well. And serve under the person. Which means that if you are not humble, you won't acquire any skill. Am I right? If you are not teachable. Because some people are not teachable. They argue with the teacher. They have a problem with authority figures. They think, what's it? Nonsense. What's he going to tell me? You know? What's he going to tell me? Senior Pangolo. You know? What's he going to tell me? What is this? Nonsense. And you know what? It's understandable if we do all of that while we're young and we don't understand what life is about. But as you are growing up and you are maturing, remember what Paul the Apostle said in 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. It's time to stop playing truancy. I'm serious. It's time to get serious about life. And what I find also is that some people think they're too old to learn. People grow old too quickly in our environment. They stop learning. When you stop learning, you start dying. What you earn is tied to what you learn. So you must never stop learning. Attend the seminar. Okay? Attend the training course. Okay? You acquire some skill in some specific area. Okay? Of specialization. Now, you acquire skills at different levels. The first level is when you learn to work as a plumber or a driver or an accountant. Fine. But then, you will observe that when you do your job very well, they give you promotion. After some time, they call you supervisor or manager. And then you find out you need to work with 10 people. You have to work with 20 people or with 50 people. And then you realize that at that point in time, your training as a doctor or a lawyer will not serve you anymore. You need a new set of skills. You need to develop management skills. Acquire management skills. As a manager, your basic tools are planning. You've got to know how to set goals or set targets. You've got to know how to budget, how to do a budget. Because now, whereas all the money you managed before was only your own money, now you need to manage the money for a whole department. And now your budget is $500,000, $1 million, $5 million. Excuse me, they don't manage such amounts of money without a plan.
Make yours a world of possibilities. Come to Daystar Christian Center this Sunday at Plus A3C Ikosi Road, Oregon, Lagos, Nigeria. Join any of our 4 services at 7 a.m., 8:45 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and 12:15 p.m. and experience possibilities without limits.